What does a boardwalk polluted with Canadian geese poop have in common with a bird pruning parasites from its feathers? Well, both of these represent different aspects of the food web at Huntley Meadows Park. We'll be exploring this in this week's Wildlife Vlog. It was a beautiful week to be at Huntley Meadows Park. Well, that is, except for the bird droppings. Anyone who's ever walked around a pond will know that this is the result of Canadian geese. Geese love wetlands for all the aquatic plants and insects that they can gobble up. Unlike humans, geese don't really have a sewer system, so our sidewalks have to do the job. Birds are very active during the winter months because they need to eat enough to burn that energy in their stomachs and produce enough body heat to survive the cold temperatures. Take these grackles, for example. With their dark plumage, they're almost indistinguishable from the surrounding branches. It takes a sunset to really reveal how pretty these birds can be. But as with all things in nature, they have a deadly edge. Here they can be seen descending on the leaf litter to feed. There are all sorts of wary insects in the leaf litter for birds to eat this winter. The cold temperatures haven't completely killed them off. Some of these insects survive by blending into their surroundings. Of course, this guy didn't evolve to blend in with my pants, so until he lands back on the leaf litter, he's quite exposed. More nimble invertebrates like this spider may rely on their speed to avoid predation. Millipedes make use of their tough exoskeleton, curling up to protect their soft underbelly. And soft-bodied creatures like these earthworms burrow quickly when exposed to the open air. But this may be the invertebrates' lucky day. From what I can see, these songbirds have been feeding not on animals, but on plants. The large yellowish fragments they had clasped in their beaks seem to be the fragments of seeds like this acorn. These seeds rely on their tough outer coating to resist predators, but sometimes even that isn't enough. Many plants don't make it past this infant stage. Only some will be sprouting this spring. But of course, birds don't sit securely at the top of the food chain. In fact, invertebrates have a bit of revenge. Whether on land or in the water, birds are never really safe from microscopic parasites. These guys feed on blood and tissue from the birds in order to sustain themselves and grow strong enough to lay eggs. Mites are some of the most common parasites of birds, and the soil is absolutely packed with them. There are many different types of mites, and not all of them are parasitic. Some of them sport interesting adaptations, like this one, whose legs have grown so long that they act like the eyes for the mite as it feels its way through the soil environment. I'm not sure if it's this type of mite that's causing the irritating itch that birds suffer from. I don't assume that they'd let me close enough to check and find out. If anyone knows what type of mite causes this itch, or what type of mite we're looking at here, I would love to know. That's about it for this week. If you liked my work here, you should check out my Instagram, where I have all sorts of cool wildlife pictures. guy.